Good evening and welcome to the 144th graduation of Crown Point High School. As we begin tonight's ceremony, I want to welcome parents, families, and guests to our campus. Our community is our strength, and I thank all of you for the support that you have shown these students throughout the past 4 years. This is a very important rite of passage for our students, and we are excited for tonight's celebration. Thank you for demonstrating the respect for our students, our school, and community with the grace and style that embodies Crown Point, Indiana. Please rise and remain standing as the senior members of our Crown Point High School Choir perform the national anthem, followed by our school song.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red banners bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Cheer, cheer for dear Crown Point High, ever her praises ring to the sky. We will always fight for you. You'll find us loyal, ever true. But though the odds be great or small, dear Crown Point High will win overall. Red and white will always lead us onward to victory.
You may be seated. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce distinguished leaders within our school district who have supported our students and this event. They include a district leadership team and school board members that have fostered a climate for all of our students to pursue their goals. Thank you for your time, talent, and energy in service of our students. Please hold your applause until all introductions are announced. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Todd Terrell, School Board President, Mr. Brian Smith, School Board Member, Mr. Scott Angel, School Board Member, Mr. David Warney, School Board Member, Mrs. Danielle Bazin, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Mark Gianfermi, Director of Grants and Assessment, Mrs. Diana Smith, Director of Secondary Education, Mrs. Sabrina Ramirez, Director of Elementary Education, Mr. Nick Chiquina, Director of Exceptional Education, Mrs. Heather Paskus, Chief Human Resource Officer, Mr. Art Akiwa, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Matt Reese, and Director of Communications, Mrs. Brooke Allen. Please give our district leaders and board members a round of applause. I would also like to recognize the faculty and staff members of Crown Point High School who have joined us tonight to celebrate these fine graduates. Thank you for your dedication to our students and the example that you set for our school. Staff members, please stand for a round of applause. We will now welcome some special guests to tonight's ceremony. Crown Point High School values the strong partnership that we have with the United States military. In attendance tonight are representatives of the Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, National Guard, and the Coast Guard. Military guests and any veterans in the crowd, please stand so that we can recognize all of you and everything that you do for our students, school, community, and nation. Next, I want to recognize the City of Crown Point and representatives from Winfield and Cedar Lake. We are fortunate to enjoy a strong partnership with all three communities. In attendance tonight are representatives of the Crown Point Police, Fire, EMT, EMA, as well as members of the Lake County Police Department. It is important for us to note the significant role that these individuals play within our community. Thank you for your dedication to our students and school. Would our city and county representatives please stand for a round of applause? At this time, I would like to recognize our graduates who are enlisting in the military. Each of these students in this distinguished group is wearing a stole with the insignia and colors that represent the branch of the military that they will join in service to our country. Military students, please stand for a round of applause. We have several students wearing honor cords this evening. The legend in the bottom right-hand corner of the program outlines the different honor societies recognizing graduates this evening. At this time, I ask that our students wearing honor cords please stand for a round of applause. And finally, I would like to distinguish academic achievement in the graduating class of 2026 by recognizing our Law Day students. Our cum laude students are wearing a white stole and have earned grade point averages between 3.85 and 4.09. Law Day students, please stand for a round of applause. Our magna cum laude students are wearing a silver stole, and they have earned grade point averages between 4.10 and 4.34. Please stand for a round of applause. Our highest level of academic recognition is reserved for our summa cum laude students. These students have earned grade point averages of 4.35 and above. Tonight, our summa cum laude students are wearing gold stoles. Please stand for a round of applause. Graduates, let's now take a moment to think about and acknowledge your parents, your grandparents, mentors, and friends that are here tonight showing their support. Class of 2026, please stand and wave and recognize the people that have helped you along the way. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first student speaker of the evening. This student met the initial criteria of being eligible to speak at graduation by earning summa cum laude distinction. From there, summa cum laude students delivered speeches to be considered for this commencement ceremony to a team of faculty members, who then selected the two they felt would best capture the spirit of our ceremony while representing the class of 2026. It is my pleasure to introduce CPHS senior Mason Urbini to deliver our first honored student speech.
Thank you for that introduction, Mr. Marcinek. Welcome, friends, families, guests, and most importantly, the graduates of Crown Point High School's class of 2026. 4 years ago, we walked into these halls not knowing who we would become. We had plans, teams we wanted to make, clubs we thought we'd join, but none of us could have predicted the people we would meet along the way and how they have impacted our lives. Because the truth is, we didn't get here alone. For some, there was a teacher who stayed after school in order to help us understand a subject we swore we'd never understand. For others, there was a coach who saw something in us before we ever saw it in ourselves. They could have even been a parent, a sibling, or a mentor who was there for us even when it wasn't easy. And no matter who it was for you, one thing is true. Those times weren't always easy. Those people were there for us, and they shaped who we are, and they made us into people who we currently are now, and as we were 4 years ago. As Oprah Winfrey reminds us, every one of us gets through the tough times because somebody is there, standing in the gap to close it for us. And if that's true, and it is, then today isn't just about recognizing what we've accomplished. It's about recognizing the people that got us here and made us who we are today. So, graduates, I ask you to ponder to yourself about something personal. Who stayed there for you when things got hard? Who believed in you before you believed in yourself? Who changed your life without ever asking for any credit? Take a moment, think about it, because chances are they never asked for recognition. They never expected anything in return. They just chose to show up for you, your future success, and everything you could ever become. And now we stand at a moment where everything changes. In a few months, all of us will be in different cities, countries even, all going and heading down our own separate paths. College, careers, the military, or something entirely different. But wherever we go next, we still carry something with us. We carry the impact that those people had on us throughout our journey. And that leaves us with a choice. Do we sit back, simply pat ourselves on the back and tell ourselves, yay, we made it? Well, yes, do that and celebrate this important milestone. But also remember to always be friendly and be appreciative and grateful to the people who brought you and made you into who you are today, whether they be here today at the ceremony as they sit beside you in the seats, or whether they sit in the stands, or if they're not here physically today, over phone call or text sometime later. So, graduates, as we leave today and part ways for the last time, always remember, be great, be ambitious, and ultimately be someone who you are proud to be, but always remember to be thankful and to be grateful for those who have been with you along these last 18 years of your life. Be cognizant and grateful for all the friends, families, and mentors who have made you into who you are today, because ultimately, you wouldn't be who you are without them. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your future is bright, and as always, remember, go Bulldogs!
Thank you, Mason. At this time, I would like to announce and introduce CPHS senior Caesar Kierman to deliver our second honored student speech.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Marcinek. Now, it wouldn't be graduation unless someone up here told you, look around for a second. So, look around. 700 people, one school. And if you're being honest with yourself, you probably don't know most of them. Not really, at least. You know your lunch table, your hallway, maybe your fourth period. You know the people who ended up in your orbit by chance or choice or alphabetical seating. And yet, here we all are, called the same thing, the class of 2026. Think back to freshman year. We were nervous, we were small. We said things, had opinions we were absolutely certain about that we now pray no one got in video. But look at us now, 4 years later, we've grown so much. Most of us, anyways. 4 years ago, Crown Point had 700 freshmen who had no idea what they were doing. Today, it has 700 seniors who are significantly better at hiding that fact. That is growth. That is education, and that is what we are celebrating today. Because we learned things, real things, not just the quadratic formula, which I promise most of you will never use, but actual things. We learned how to work with people we didn't choose. We learned how to disagree without completely falling apart. We found things we loved unexpectedly. A class that clicked, a team that felt like a home, a teacher who said or did something that's still living in the back of your head rent-free, for better or for worse. That's what becoming someone actually looks like. I think that what we share underneath all of it is this. We all spent 4 years figuring out who we are in front of each other, whether we meant to or not. High school asked you to become a person, and it asked you to do that in public, surrounded by hundreds of people doing the exact same thing all at once. It's uncomfortable by design, and most of us didn't get it right on the first try. And I'm sure all of you know, but the version of you sitting in this field today is not the version that walked in 4 years ago. And the version that leaves today is not the finished one either. That's the part that nobody tells you at graduation, that becoming someone is not a destination. And we are not a class that can be easily described. We are athletes and artists and first-generation students, risk-takers, road runners, and self-starters, kids who work jobs after school, and kids who are terrified of that J word. We are going to 4-year universities and community colleges and trade programs and straight into the workforce. We are genuinely hard to put into a single sentence. And I think that's something to be proud of. Because the world doesn't need 700 versions of the same person. It needs all of us. Each doing the particular thing only we can do in the particular place only we end up. We didn't all take the same path to get here. We won't take the same path from here either. But for 4 years, we shared something. Hallways, teachers, the line for Starbucks or Dutch Bros in the morning, and that connection is real, even if it's hard to name. So, carry it with you. Be curious about what the person next to you is becoming, and stay humble enough to know that you're still becoming someone too. Class of 2026, it's been an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Caesar. Every individual in this stadium tonight can influence the lives of others in a positive way. We know that our teachers have been very influential on the journey of these Crown Point High School seniors towards graduation. Crown Point High School is truly fortunate to have so many incredibly talented teachers, one of them being Mr. Nick Bruno. Graduates, Mr. Bruno is a teacher and mentor fueled by a commitment to bringing out the best and most passionate performance of every one of his individual students. I am honored and extremely proud to present our next speaker, Mr. Nick Bruno.
Good evening, graduates, families, friends, fellow faculty, and administrators. As teachers, our job isn't solely to teach our lessons, but to build meaningful connections with our students, inspire growth, and hopefully make a lasting impact on their lives. Being chosen to speak tonight is an incredible honor because it reassures me that I've been able to make some of those connections, and for that, I'm truly grateful. All of you walked into that building 4 years ago and experienced a range of emotions. Some of you were confident. Some of you were nervous. Some of you were probably just wondering where the nearest bathroom was, when's lunch, or when do we get to go home. But no matter how you started, tonight you are all here as graduates, and that's something we're celebrating. As your teacher standing up here today, and all the faculty members here tonight, we have all had the privilege of watching you grow, not just academically, but as people. We've seen you succeed, struggle, adapt, and persevere. We've seen you discover talents you didn't know you had and passions you didn't know existed. High school is more than just classes, tests, and homework. It's where friendships are formed, lessons are learned both inside and outside the classroom, and where many of you began to figure out who you are and who you want to become. We watched you learn how to lead teams, support friends, handle setbacks, and celebrate victories. Some of those victories came in classrooms, others on stages, on fields, in gyms, in band rooms, and in hallways filled with laughter and conversation between classes. But perhaps the most important lesson you learned here is that success rarely comes easily. You learned that growth requires effort, patience, and sometimes failure. And every time you got back up, tried again, studied harder, practiced longer, or helped someone else along the way, you became stronger. Graduates, the world you are stepping into is full of opportunities, but it will also present challenges. There will be moments when things don't go according to plan. In those moments, remember, you've already proven you are capable, resilient, and stronger than you may realize. You don't need to have every answer today. Very few people do. What matters is that you remain curious, stay open to learning, and continue to strive to become better than you were yesterday. I hope you remember the lessons that can't be found in a textbook and that are bigger than the classroom. Treat others with kindness. Work hard when no one is watching. Stand up for what is right, and never underestimate the power of perseverance. Most importantly, remember that success is not just measured by titles, degrees, or achievements. It's measured by the impact you have on the people around you and the character you show along the way. Tonight, as you walk across this stage, know that everyone here tonight and in this community are incredibly proud of you. Not just for your grades you earned or the milestones you reached, but for the people you've become. Graduates, this chapter of your life is closing, but an entirely new one is about to begin. Take what you've learned here and carry it forward with confidence, courage, and compassion. On behalf of the entire faculty, congratulations to the class of 2026. I cannot wait to see the difference you make in the world. Thank you, and best of luck on your journey ahead.
Superintendent Terrell, School Board President Smith, fellow school board members and cabinet, it is my pleasure and honor as principal of Crown Point High School to present to you the class of 2026. The senior students seated before you today have successfully completed the requirements as defined by the state of Indiana and the Crown Point Community School Corporation on this second day of June, year 2026. They are therefore entitled to receive their Crown Point High School diploma and enjoy all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Class of 2026, congratulations. By the power invested to me by the state of Indiana and the Board of School Trustees of Crown Point Community Schools, I do hereby declare you graduates of Crown Point High School. Mr. Marcinek, let the disbursement of diplomas begin.
Thank you, Dr. Terrell. Students, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Congratulations on a job well done. Parents, families, visitors, and distinguished guests, please refrain from applause so that everyone can clearly hear their graduates' names. At this time, we will individually recognize the class of 2026.
Nigel Abraham, Emily Ibrahim Alamad, Flint Alm, Dahlia Aman, Ava Anderson DeVries, Chloe Rostine Anderson, Victoria Renee Anderson, Jacoby Stephen Andrus, Andre Andriski, Mackenzie Nicole Anstead, Leilani Antoine, Jeremy John Appleton, Jack Anthony April, Jacob Louis Arona, Gabriella Lynn Ariola, Dakota James Arwood, Nasia Midsama Augustine, Emma Louise Avery, Javier Ayala Jr., Morgan Elizabeth Babbitt, Nolan Michael Babcock, Keegan Jacob Babbage Robb, Braden Edward Babjack, Oscar Alfredo Baca III, Ari Berktaris, Cheyenne Lorraine Baker, Sierra Elena Ballard, Gabriel Ballard, Crystal Barrett, Jacob Joseph Barbaro, Jacob Michael Basil, Addison Elizabeth Beatty, Jake Anthony Bowman, Carly Lynn Plunkett, Eli Jacob Bell, Christian Bender, Kylie Joanne Benoit, Jeremy Isaiah Berry, Oscar Angelo Biasi, Emmanuel Ogmario Bicoro, Jacob William Bishop, Billion Tutu, Novak Bevol, Justin Blaylock, Isabella Marie Blockland, Brooklyn Elizabeth Josephine Blomquist, Zachary Andrew Blythe, Cody Lee Borsma, Sophia Carmen Bolander, Ava Kylie Ropek, Brandon Lee Bowling, Christopher Barnes, Victoria Banzul, Audrey Boren, Jillian Boren, Jacob Boren, Zoe Renee Borum, Victor Boren, Silas Andrew Borman, Autumn Corey Boswell, Caleb Zachary Booton, Christian Robert Bouvel, Connor John Edwin Bowers, Mihal Bozanowski, Sophia Berborik, Ashley Donia Bolin, Madeline Isabel Bronson, Colton Alexander Brown, Gordon Charles Brown II, Jacob Dylan Pfeiffer, Lincoln Thomas Schubert, Heidi Francis Ward, Liam Carroll Brown, Madison Anela Layla Brown, Madison Elizabeth Brown, Malia Alexis Brown, Alexander Ray Brownfield, Nicholas Howard Scott Buckwalter, Anthony Gregory Bolt, Landon James Burnett, Haley Michelle Fentress, Chessie Renee Byers, Adriana Leilani Cadena, Zachary Christopher Calabrese, Jason Gregory Calvillo, Michael Calvo, Alexandria Mary Calzonzi, Lily Allison Campbell, Lucas Martin Campbell, Joshua Xavier Caratini, Isabella Rose Carmona, Donovan Michael Carnell, Tyron Hunter Carnell, Addison Jade Carpenter, Dylan Mitchell Carr, Kayla Isabella Carrera, Cesar Jaime Casanova, Desiree Cacique, Gavin Maxwell Chambers, Cecilia Ray Shanor, Brandon Parker Chicky, Caleb Tyler Chicky, Peyton Joyce Chiloewa, Nicholas Paul Christensen, Morgan Page Cicero, Nolan Thomas Cicero, Ella Rose Cimaroli, Brian Anthony Clark, Charles John Clark, Christopher Matthew Clark, Elise Campbell Clark, Kennedy Lee Clark, Zachary Ira Klein, Amelia Kokoska, Shane Conan, Sienna Michelle Cohen, Blake Garrett Colbert, Trinity Rayanne Colbert, Luca Athel Canelgalio, Brendan Dale Conley, Abigail Jalen Conway, Alexander Cornejo Jr., Aiden Patrick Cohenhoven, Olivia Krem, Hayden Jean Krister, Leah Marie Crouch, Annalie Mireya Cuevas, Isaiah Christopher Curatolo, Jarrett Anthony Damian, Caden Joseph Daniels, Mason Lee Darrell, Julio Cesar Davidovich, Corey Robert Davis Jr., Mackenzie Ann Davis, Muncie Davis Jr., Seth Adam Davis, Kelton Richard Day, Lola Miriam De La Rosa, Logan Deeb, Dylan Thomas Degnan, Gabriela Renee De Jesus, Isabella Grace Del Real, Dustin Riley Depew, Jamie Alexandra Derflinger, Xander Despotowski, Brian Wesley DeVries, Cole Matthew Dickerson, Tyne Didymacken, Taylor Anna Patton, Blythe Isaac Deek, Jennifer Lynn Deesum, David Joseph Dixon, Abigail Marie Lugakinski, Addison Dawkins, Sage Kathleen Dorsey, Dreams Forever Dotson, Themi Dukas, Brody Michael Doyle, Charles Otto Drixler III, Christian Dulev, Matthew Nicholas Dunklin, Sean Patrick Dunlap, Kylie Jean Dusso, Asa Andre Dwight, Emily Elizabeth Dyson, Peyton Noel Eaton, Jada Nevea Edmond, Jace Edwards, Melody Desene Edwards, Lillian Kathleen Egan, Caius Ahmed Eliani, Coda Marie Elder, Joshua Reyes Eliscapedes, Mason Mohammed Erbini, Nico Estimo, Iris Aladia Estrada, Amira Omar Estwani, Lillian Lucille Eveland, Owen Thomas Evener, Mason Jonathan Evorick, Dominic Lawrence Fanton, Sadil Ferris, Kenna Brett Fetch, Kendall Elizabeth Fedak, Landon Robert File, Dahlia Leonore Ferguson, Isabella Fernandez, Ray Vivian Fernandez, Colin Figorski, Morgan Amelia Volkowski, Bailey Renee Finnerty, Jeffrey Allen Fisher, Thomas Flam, Caitlin McKenna Flewelling, Jacob Florick, Aubrey Ann Flores, Luke Randall Forgas, Lauren Page Foster, Ryan James Foster, Dylan France, Olivia Malene Frenzik, Jackson Richard Frazier, Caitlin Marissa Freeman, Chloe Catherine Freeman, Max Edward Freeman, Taryn Fremont, Mason Daniel Fronapple, Kylie Madison Frost, Emma Stana Furman, Victoria Ann Gabriel, Ashton Michael Columbus, Kylie Gallo, Xander Galvin, Gabby Renee Garrison, Madeline Elizabeth Goucher, Danny Gass, Amelia Jermoska, Jacob William Jermick, Madeline Paige Germick, Jaden Gerstner, Cole Ross Gibbs, Trevor Gibbs, Camden Adrienne Gilbert, Braden Michael Gilman, Brooke Rianne Gingrich, Catherine Mary Louise Gingras, Ava Alessandra Go, Alexander Richard Gomez, Mark Anthony Gonzalez III, Emily Grace Gonzalez, Valentina Nolan Gonzalez, Jasmine Govea, Joshua Wyatt Graper, Dylan Gerald Griffith, Mia Grimaldo, Kendall Sue Gross, John Aiden Guerra, Adrian Guerrero, Gianna Christine Gillette, Gabriella Beth Gunther, Emma Jean Akey, Emily Claire Hock, Jack Hagerman, Kylan James Halcomb, Abigail Marie Hall, Travis Allen Halter, Marlena Hamlin, Logan J. Haney, Gavin James Leroy Hanft, Jessica Brianna Harper, Devin Jacob Heridas, Claire Elizabeth Hart, Sophie Ann Hart, Benny Hartfield V, Ava Rose Harch, Justin William Haas, Delaney Sue Hawkins, Tessa Elizabeth Hawkins, Ryan Kenneth Head, Sam James Head, Adriana Marie Headley, Miranda Page Heil, John Patrick Heigelstadt, William Xavier Henriksen, Rachel Elizabeth Herman, Juan Carlos Hernandez Jr., Kendall Lynn Hicks, Aiden Hellenma, Zion Zakayla Hike, Nicholas George Olbasco, Evelyn Claire Hochbaum, Camden O'Neill Honicle, Claire Kathleen Hovan, Andrew Jeremy Howard, Landon Hoida, Riley Lynn Hudak, William Philip Huffman, Emma Nicole Heitzing, Karina Rose Heisinga, Catherine Elizabeth Hunter, Miles Joseph Hurley, Kathy Fan Hume, Rika Simi Wang, Chase Elijah Imbrone Pachin, Aiden James Ingerly, Franco Pagosara Inocencio, Mason Christopher Isom, Naima Melissa Jackson, Preston Francois Jalidas, Mackenzie Madison Janicki, Daniel Richard Janikovic, Camden Ray Janinga, Jenna Ann Jeffries, Joseph Anthony Jennings Jr., Bailey Marie Jensen, Cole William Jensen, Madeline Christine Johnson, Tyler Brady Johnson, Logan Charles Johnston, Adriana Lucia Gordon Jones, Amy Youngsma, Trent James Jocelyn, Monica Jovanovska, Tyler Mark Joyce, Aubrey Joswiak, Ellie Christine Junkie, Avery John Cadillac, Kate Karamakowski, Samantha Nicole Carson, Ella Jolie Katsaros, Ekrup Carr, Karanjit Carr, Ibrahim Saeed Kazmi, Evan Timothy Kearns, Miley Erica Kyleman, Jaden Andrew Keith, Benjamin Cole Keller, Marcus Julian Kelly, Aaron Kelly, Logan Carl Kelsey, Xander Addison Kendall, Olivia Marie Catherine Keaston, Dawood Hamad Khan, Simra Sajid Khan, Dexter Wallace Kiger, Preston Liam Francis Kimbrell, Anaya Ayana Natari Kaneni, Nataria Kaneni, Ashlyn Jane Kita, Hayden Aaron Klein, Riley Catherine Kluck, Riley Ann Kluppenberg, Brody Philip Knight, Sophia Marie Knipper, Lillian Jean Constantopoulos, Annabelle Nana Awada Kumsen, Lauren Ashley Kuntz, Megan April Cordum, Kylie Ann Kosiara, Caleb John Katinsky, Callie Lynn Cowell, Ariana Grace Pandiini, Caitlin Marie Cramp, John Douglas Kirschmary, Kaylin Kathleen Creeth Stoll, Addison Rose Krishke, Grace Krishke, Philip Kristanovsky, Magdalena Kristeska, Ethan John Kristevsky, Austin Ryan Krumweedy, Avery Madeline Krumweedy, Adriana Kusharaska, Brandon Nicholas Kuhlman, Michael Brian George Kurth,
Leah Marie LaRusso, Asher Nathaniel Labuda, Cannon Andrew Labuda, Liana Joy Lagos, Alana Elizabeth Lane, Jenna Josephine Langbean, Alexander Louis Leninga, Landon Thomas LaRue, Nico Charles Latham, Connor Bryden Lehman, Joshua Lee, Victor Ignatius Leck, Kobe Brennan Jamie, Elizabeth Lily Mae Lamar, Emma K. Lemke, Gianna Elise Lentini, Amaya Star Leos, Nathan David Levan, Peyton Josephine Lewis, Paige Christine Leisert, Gavin Ray Likens, Ruby Annabelle Lapari, Isabella Marie LaBianco. Vincent Joseph LoBianco. Andrew Elmer Long. Ethan Robert Longfield. Daniel Richard Loomis. Avery Isabella Lopez. Brielle Chantel Love. Israel Juan Lozano Jr. Marcos Lozano. Corbin Jean LaShawn. Colin James Lakowski. Jack Martin Lelinski. Jody Amaya Lumpkin. Jackson Brian Lux. Cameron Renee Lynham. Jalen Cortez Lyons. Tegan LaShawn Macklin. Giselle Magiana. Cleeman Molesky. Landon Christopher Maulers. Olivia Margaret Mansueto. Madison Noel March. Anna Lena Markoska. Benjamin Michael Martell. Lila Nicole Mathis. Aiden Charles Matthews. Panayoti Robert Mattingly. Caden David Matusak. Gavin Richard Matusak. Faith Mays. Asher Lane McElvey. Callum Campbell McCaskill. Madigan Grace McCormick. Dalton Mitchell McCrae. Jessica Joy McDaniel. Samuel David McGrath. Allison Marie McHenry. Samuel Richard McLennan. Marissa Angeline McQuaid. Nikolai Luke McSurley. Tyler Majon. Abigail Marie Mellis. Aaliyah Nevea Menchaca. Xavier Ray Menchaca. Giovanna Mendez. Sebastian Jordan Mesa. Cambry Elise Metzkes. Jacob Jean Metzger. Ison Thomas Michaelides. Travis Anthony Mickley. Billy Ray Miller III. Ethan James Miller. Jayla Miller. Parker Lee Miller. Martin Minich. Damian Mladnovsky. Gabriel Michael Molina. Evangeline Bishop Del Rosario. Alexander Ray Moore. Austin Allen Moore. Avery Lynn Moore. Aiden Cole Moore. Jaslyn Angelique Morales. Evelia Maria Morales. Thelma Karina Morales. Kaylin Alexandra Guadalupe Moreno. Alan James Michael Mowry. Mary Louise Muma. Kason Lee Muniz. Genevieve Barbara Munson. Jenna Musla. Kate Elizabeth Nogdeman. Ryan James Nagy. James Patrick Neely. Gabriel Tremaine Nelson. Jacob Thomas Nelson. Caden Nelson. Angela Jean Newbeck. Jonathan Gwen. Grace V. Nichols. Corbin Curtis Nieder.
Let's go, Corbin!
Ethan Stone Niemeyer. Parker William Nix. Janie Lynn Elizabeth Noble. Maya Lynn Nort. Carter Daniel Novak. Aiden Luke Novak. Caitlin Rose Obarski. Addison O'Connor. Patrick James O'Connor. Sophia Elif O'Keefe. Leonid Obedkovsky. Joseph O'Brien. Robert Harry Obringer III. Natalie Elizabeth O'Grentz. Justin Jadechi Okoro. Russell Zachary Oshawa. Sophia Annabelle Olivares. Ted Alexander Olis. Faith Claudia Osterhoff. Julius Alexander Ortega. Maya Ortiz. Owen Francis Ori. Andrew Michael Osborne. Devion Chikari Uten. Riley Roxanne Owen. Olivia Patricia Panazzo. Ariana Elizabeth Pantoya. Brianna Louise Papp. Simon Milton Pappas. Eleni Renee Paramachis. Ryan Michael Parks. Colton James Parler. Arnav Paralaker. Marunak Potel. Alexander Michael Patton. Madeline Marie Pavicic. Celeste Rose Paz. Caesar Antonio Paz. Lex Timothy Paz Jr. Riley Michelle Pelkey. Zachary Stephen Pelkey. Jericho Panaflorida. Jack Aaron Pendleton. Cruz Diego Perez. Victoria Normie Perez. Barrett Perrell. Mason Sean Perzo. Hannah Elizabeth Pesich. Bryce Brian Peters. Cassidy Marie Peterson. Christina Petkovsky. Jamie Anna Prezel. Peyton Allen Phillips. Ryan Allen Phillips. Carter Suchard Pudawan. Ethan William Planer. Amir Plowden. Sebastian Paul Plumer. Levi Edward Pagos. Oliver Poole. Yuri Poposoy Jr. Braden James Porter. Michael James Porter. Carson Maxwell Powers. Gregory Reed Previs. Devin London Prisbala. Jack Michael Pulley. Cameron Lee Qualls. Caesar Preston Querimit Jr. Samantha Corinne Quick. Kylie Sue Nicole Randall. Nevaeh Olivia Rangel. Addison Kennedy Rosse. Austin Joshua Reading. Emma Lee Redding. Ethan Arthur Reese. Cree Louise Reinholz. Brendan Robert Reinecke. Samantha Jo Reisman. Jasmine Reyes. Caden Carter Rhodes. Kingston Anthony Rhodes. Eden Camilla May Richardson. Leanne Michelle Richardson. Gavin Kian Ricker. Eric David Rios. Alexander Ristevsky. Luca Alexander Rodrig. Madeline Victoria Rodrig. Alex Anthony Rodriguez. Stephen John Rogus Jr. Ariana Jasmine Romo. Daniel Lee Rosales. Margaret Lynn Rosenwinkel. Brennan Ross. Eric Lee Ross Jr. Felix Michael Rothaker. Sophia Magdalena Rubio. Aubrey Rose Ruffle. Amelia Inez Ruiz. Sebastian Roman Zadkos. Addison J. Sabo. Nicholas Andrew Saberniak. Emilia Sines. Aya Marie Sodera. Asil Solama, Madison Lynn Salisbury, Stefan Salkovsky, Nora Abigail Sargent, Drake Raven Thomas Sarna, Zoe Serenity Scheller, Isabel Ariana Schilling, Elena Suzanne Schluter, Madeline Grace Schroeder, Robert Arthur Scott III, Kaylee Mary Ann Sears, Pikea Sabayan, Mark Daniel Segrist III, Tamara Sekulovsky, Lincoln Cole Sertic, Santonio James Natalie Sessa, Dikembe Solomon Shaw, Tyler Austin Sheets, Abigail Grace Shee, Declan Xander Shutsky, Mayor Cower Sidhu, Addison Ashley Saminsky, John Peter Sims, Gurnor Singh, Harshpreet Singh, Yash Singh, Nico Skufesis, Xander Antonio Skufesis, Michaela Marion Scruns, Aiden Joshua Slade, Madison Marie Slazik, Gabe William Sledo, Eden Rose Sloan, Caden Thomas Smith, London Micaiah Smith, Maria Lee Smith, Savion Alfonso Smith, Zoe Lauren Smith, Kennedy Nicole Snow Chapman, Jaden Ever Solis, Britton Daniel Sorchi, Thomas Leonard Southerland, Tristan Gage Spasoff, Nicholas Cross Stashva, Alyssa Mackenzie Stiegel, Raina Moshana Stevens, Calvin Richard Stewart, Joseph Patrick Stewart, Grace Ann Stymack, Eli Joseph Stolb, Layla Marie Suleiman, Edward John Sunblad, Jaden Jason Sergel, Samyuktha Swaminathan, Robert Joseph Sweetles, Addison Marley Swift, Jack Arthur Simchek, Lydia Grace Tackett, Zaid Allah Tadros, Param Taylor, Kaylee Maria Taylor, Scarlett Elizabeth Tegman, Lorenzo Michael Teodori, Louis Gregory Teodori. Matthew Lawrence Thomas II. Luagan Abraham Tiwan Jr. Trent John Tillich. Alyssa Michelle Torres. Maya Elizabeth Toth. Nathaniel James Townsend. Rowan Richard Treasurer. Carter Gary Trippier. Deanna Lynn Turner. Damian Urgranoski. Logan Michael Urbaniak. Samantha Elizabeth Urin. Jonas Jeffrey Ulaki. Lapita Daniela Vaca. Cara Marie Vagalatos. Ava Samara Valdez. Oops. Jaden Alexander Valdivia. Isabella Mia Valenzuela. Jocelyn Marie Vallow. Michael Brian Van Sickle. Haley Ann Vandergriff. Griffin Paul Van Tykel. Juliana Angeline Vargas. Alyssa Morgan Varner. Anaya Marie Varner. Peyton Elizabeth Vasile. Caden Elizabeth Vader. Evan Emerson Vaupel. Marco Antonio Vasquez. Jacob William Velasquez. Giselle Velasquez. Jesenia Velez. Vivian Lynn Veronese. Ellie Vester. Lincoln Joaquin Vickers. Dominic Michael Villarreal. Jordan Marie Villeneuve. Bo Vittori. Evia Ray Voldness Fuller. William Jackson Waddell. Sophia Rose Wagner. Sophie Lorraine Wake. Jason Caden Waldschmidt. Luke Anthony Waldschmidt. Marae Simone Wallace. Ainsley Kate Ward. Kaylin Elise Ward. Miles Joseph Warren. Aiden Cody Wasserat. Jack Gallen Watson. Kalia Weatherspoon. Ellie Dolores Welch. Landon John Joseph Wellman. Ryan Robert West. Samuel James Westfall. Jesse Robert Wheeler. Rylan Ruth Wiersbicki. Jacob David Williams. Abigail Charlotte Wilson. Xavier Vesuvius Wilson. Sophia Marie Weierman. Carson Joseph Witham. Julia Catherine Wojciechowski. Olivia Malgorzata Wojwoda. Coriana Capri Woodard. Carson James Woosley. Maria Ann Wysocki. Emily Yadrin. Jeremy Michael Ernest Thomas Yancey Jr. Amariah Anjali Yarbrough. Jacob Andrew Yoder. Madeline Christine Yoder. Wyatt John Yonan. Allison Joelle Young. Kiwa Yu. Alexander Gabriel Zabicki. Nicole Ganaim. Remeth Zaki. Connor David Zamora. Grace Elizabeth Zamora. Ioana Maria Zembelis. Aaron Connor Zimmerman. Milan Ristic. Jennifer Jeanette Kirchen. David Antonio Mikalik. Yolana Torres.
I'm sorry, this is my first time. I'm nervous on the fly away.
At this time, our symphony orchestra and senior choir members, under the direction of Aaron Zamelko and Bill Woods, will honor the class of 2026 with a rendition of Go the Distance from Disney's Hercules.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome will be waiting for me.
Where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I want to be." With that someday I can go the distance. I will find my way if I can be strong. rise on. Like a shooting star, I can go the distance. I will search the world, I will face its harms. I don't know how far I can go the distance till I find my heroes will come waiting in the
We are now at that moment where it is time for our seniors to go the distance. Class of 2026, please rise. You may now move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left. This signifies that you are now graduates of Crown Point High School. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the graduates of the Crown Point High School class of 2026.